Today I will make a bot that helps me buy clothes basically for free. The brand Bershka has this crazy sale right now with insane discounts, but almost everything is sold out. However, I've noticed that they restock quite frequently in very small amounts. So I just have to be first and then I should be able to get something. Here's the plan. We code a bot that checks if anything in my size is in stock, then make a Telegram bot that sends a message when this is the case. And finally, try to buy something with the help of this bot.
The only problem, the sale ends in 3 days and then all the prices will go up again.
So to start, we need to somehow get the information if the product I want is available or not. In programming, there's for exactly that purpose a concept called APIs. An API basically is the computer's way of asking another computer for information without all the extra stuff like, hey, how are you? Just, what is the stock with the response, no stock or yes stock. Now, while Bershka doesn't officially give us access to such API, we can still access it. You are actually already doing it if you look at any product on their site. See, your browser needs to know if the product you're looking at is in stock or not. And by just intercepting the request it's making for this purpose, we have our link which tells us if a product is in stock or not. By just changing the product ID in the link, we can get the availability for every product on the website. However, you might have already noticed that this doesn't seem to make much sense. It's just a bunch of numbers that either have stock or not. I couldn't really make sense of this at first. I mean, it says number 3 is in stock, which isn't the case if we are assuming this means M or L. I thought they did some magic shit that the normal person can't figure out what size is what, so you couldn't make a bot like I'm doing right now. I was ready to mark this as impossible, but then I realized that these numbers were counting upwards, which made sense. Now I had everything needed to code the bot, and this is exactly what I did. And my first test was working. It told me correctly that size L wasn't available, but S was. But suddenly when I tried this with other products, okay, what is the problem? Turns out each product has completely different numbers for their sizes. So for every new product I wanted to check with my bot, I had to get the correct size ID. And this is what I did for the next half an hour. After painstakingly finding all the size numbers I needed, it was time to test my bot. And oh shit, it's actually working. That's actually so great. I'm so happy this worked. However, if we continue like this currently, Bershka would probably ban me in a couple of hours and I would never be able to buy from them again. Luckily, there's a good workaround. We just request this data every 3 minutes and add some randomness in there. This makes our request seem just like a normal user. Now, the first part of our bot was done. The next step was sending a message to my phone whenever there's an update in the stock. And for this, I needed to be fast, because there were just 2 days remaining until the big sale ends. I need to be first if there is a restock, which is the reason why it's crucial that I can be notified of it wherever I am. The simplest option is a Telegram bot. I just created a bot, gave it a name, a logo, and it was ready. Integrating it into my existing code wasn't too difficult either. I just entered the bot token and then I was ready to send messages. I tested it with my existing code and it sent me status reports like before, but now to my phone. However, I don't want to be spammed every 3 minutes with the current update. Not only would that be pretty annoying, but I would also most likely miss restocks. We just want a message if there's an actual update. For this, I created a new file that stores the current availability and compares it with each new check. If it has changed, it sends a message. I made these simple messages with emojis that quickly give me an overview of what happened. Right now, everything is already working. However, I don't want my PC to be on 24/7 running the bot. The solution? Have someone else run my code 24/7. For this, I bought a cheap VPS on a Russian site that is basically a potato PC that runs all day somewhere in the data center. I flew all the way to Russia to configure. Just joking. I remotely logged into the VPS, installed all the necessary stuff like Python and my bot itself. Then I set it up to run all the time, no matter what, restarting if it stops. And this meant we were basically completely set up. Now we just had to wait and wait for any updates on the restock. And the following days I waited and waited. I checked Telegram all the time. I had 2 days remaining and I checked the VPS probably 10 times to see if my bot was still running. I even checked Bershka myself to see if the bot missed anything. But the whole first day, nothing. I went to bed and hoped for better luck tomorrow. And lucky it started. At 7-Eleven, at 7:11 a.m., I got a notification that the sweatshirt I wanted was available in low quantity in size L. This was exactly what I was looking for. At 7:39, I got another message saying it has now been sold out. And now guess if I was the reason this message triggered. Nah, I slept until 9 and missed all of this. But when I woke up and saw this, I was happy that A, they still restock, and B, my bot actually works. And I still was optimistic that there would be another restock soon. So naturally, I waited and waited some more. But throughout the rest of the day, nothing was coming in. I checked the bot like someone with paranoia, but everything was working fine. There just was no restock. The time was running away until the sale ended, but there still was no restock. 2 hours remaining. 1 hour remaining. Nothing happened. And as the clock read 11:57, I checked Telegram one last time. I just hoped for some sort of clutch. I couldn't believe that I would fail this challenge. It always somehow works out. So I opened Telegram and couldn't believe my eyes. Still no message. As the clock transitioned from 11:59 to 12, I realized that I failed my challenge. I put in so much effort to just get some cheap clothing, but ultimately I failed. If I had woken up earlier that day, if I had started this project earlier, it doesn't matter. I failed and there was no going back. I went to bed, annoyed that it didn't work out. But the next morning, I heard a ringing at my doorbell. I opened the door and the courier was standing there, handing me a package from Bershka. Was I still dreaming or what happened? No, see, while still building the bot, I constantly checked Bershka myself. And once, I got lucky. Baggy jeans in my size for $8. Then, shortly after, jorts in my size for $3. And I also got this cap for $2. I ordered all these items as quickly as I could. I knew I might never get the chance again. And look at them.
They feel even better knowing I bought them all combined for less than a McDonald's meal.
In the end, you can say I failed this challenge. I didn't buy clothes with the help of my bot, but accomplished my actual goal of buying cool clothes for cheap. But really, it doesn't matter. In the end, me making this bot, putting all this effort to just buy a simple piece of clothing was what actually fueled me the last few days. It was a lot of fun and added so much anticipation and later agony, which the clothes alone couldn't possibly do. Solely through all the effort I put in made this clothing have an actual meaning to me. Finally, I ask you, do you solely chase the goal or also enjoy the journey? The source code is in the description. Feel free to check out my other content. I've done some other cool stuff. Until next time, subscribe.